this is a religion and human development. Those who are in the first session, I told you about the three dimensions of looking at religion and human development. One of these dimensions, I told you we can look at religion and psychological development. And actually, that is the actual concern in this particular unit. I also told you that you can also look at it as religion and biological development. It is still human development. So the other perspective is biological development, which is also human development, just as that other one we have mentioned, the psychological development. The last one, we talked about religion and economic perspective. In other words, you can look at it in three dimensions, and it still works. It is still working. It does work. Okay? So it is still working. So so for us here, we are trying to look at it from a psychological dimension. So that's the difference that in this unit, that ours is nothing but psychological. Now, going back to the general introduction again, which we did, but let me say for the sake of quick repetition, the course or religion and human development is all about, is meant to, for us to understand the concepts of religion, the personality development, behavior management, and human development. Also identity and discussing about the major theories of human development. It is also about discussing the relationship between religion and human development. It is also to do with analysis as an objective of perspectives of human development from different religions. You may talk of Christianity, you may talk of Islam, you may talk of African religion, you may talk of Buddhism, you may talk of Shintoism, you may talk of Taoism, you may talk of Rastafari, you may talk of Confucianism, Baha'i, many world religions. But for the sake of time, and of course due to the limitation of space and time, we may mention a few of these religions, such as Christianity, Islam, and African religion, and Hinduism a bit, or Buddhism a bit. Now, if you look at the course content there, you can see what will happen. The course content is all about the major theories of human development. We'll come back like we are doing psychology itself and talk about the Freudian theory of psychosexual development. We will also look at the behaviorist running theories of development. And at the end of it all, we shall connect it with religion, because the subject is on religion and psychological development, or the psychology of human development. In other words, the unit is more or less religion and psychology. In other words, the psychology of religion. In the week 5, we ought to look at the psychosocial theory of Erik Erikson, a critical psychologist, and we look at that. We also look at Piaget cognitive theory and its relation to religion. Other things in section 3, which is now in week 6, it may not necessarily follow that way. A lot of things, dynamics will play out and change quite a number of things. Is religion and stages of human development, religion and child childhood, development in adolescence, development in adulthood, and where religion comes in, where you take the child to madrasa or Sunday school. What effect will it have psychologically to his future life? These things will be handled here. Another very critical topic is here James Forer's Faith Development Theory, FDT, because James Forer captures it very, very, very directly. So he becomes a very important person here in this class. The other one is Korbach's Theory of Moral Development. The other one is Religion and the Factors of Personality. The other one is Islamic Perspective on Human Development. The other one is Christian Perspective on Human Development. The other one is African Religion and Human Development. Another one is Hindu and Buddhist Perspective in Human Development. Other things includes marriage and family, and also university life and religious discourses and behavior. What about university students? Where does religion come in university life? What about religion and development in workplace? What about religion and psychological development in matters to do with crime and delinquency? What about religion and human development in matters to do with coping with stress, coping with depression, coping with burnout, all that? Now, you look at the questions that we may expect from you. We may expect questions such as the ones posted. Let me go to the ones posted in your web, Kusoma web. And some of them include demonstrate the various forms of human development and show their respective relevance to religious society. Of course, in such a question, I expect you to tackle religion and biological development. Of course, we'll look at it in a short while, although these are repetitions. You can also look at it another second dimension, as we noted, religion and economic development, the GDPs, the debts Kenya is handling, all these, that is economic development. And the last one, which is the key concern in this unit, religion and psychological development. How do you handle the adolescents? How do you handle children from psycho-religious perspective? Those are some of the things you handle in such a question. So you need to have had a very good introduction, which we shall give you in a short while. The second question posted there in your web is critically analyze any two of the following key figures in human development and show how they view religion. You know about Erik Erikson and 8 stages. We shall consider them in a short while. You know about Carl Jung. They like to pronounce him Carl Jung. There is also Sigmund Freud. They like to pronounce him Sigmund Freud. Okay. There is also William Jones, sometimes confused with William James, or maybe more or less there is always a tendency to use the same name for one person. There is a question 3. Of course, I have not talked about the 3 guys, Carl Jung and Sigmund Freud. You know, Carl Jung was a student of Sigmund Freud. And when Sigmund Freud, the psychologist, became an atheist or didn't believe in God in any way, and even talked of religion as neurosis or something fiction, something created, just as Karl Marx will talk about religion as a creation of the owners of capital, the capitalist, okay, the bourgeois, or all that. Carl Jung told him, "My teacher, you are alone." Carl Jung said, "My teacher, Freud, you are alone, you are alone, you are alone." So those are some of the things we are finding in this class. Question 3, as a religious person, to what extent do you agree with Bowlby's theory of attachment? That is it. Question 4, discuss the contrasting views of Freud and Jung or his student Carl Jung or Carl Jung on religion, as you attempt to demonstrate your views on whose possession you would prefer. Discuss James Forrest's stages of faith development. The last one, show the importance of psychological development. Think about those, and we have a short break of 1-2 minutes. Thank you.